in today to create a beautiful and vibrant card that celebrates all the awesomeness that is summer. Welcome to This is Summer Solstice Creating. I know you're thinking, really, is that a new channel, Jamie? No, it's not. Why isn't this turning on? Oh, hold on. This should be working. Yep, there we go. Awesome. I see you guys popping on. Thank you for joining me live. If you guys are joining us, can you let me know where you're joining us from? Is it YouTube? Is it Facebook? Is it, I don't know. What state are you in? What country are you in? Okay, I'm going to turn this down a little bit. I may have overworked myself today and worked out a little too hard, kind of screwing up my back, but that's okay. So we're going to just make sure that this is showing up on all of the channels that we're supposed to be. So if you're on, can you let me know where you are? And we have a vibrant, gorgeous, handmade watercolor wow card today that's going to sparkle and shine just like summer and citrus sure do. So if you haven't already, subscribe and hit that bell. Let me know where you're coming from so that we can create with you today. I'm excited to have you here. I see that there. Let's just make sure you can hear me on Facebook. Yep, there you go. Awesome. And we're going to make sure, if you haven't already, like the video and share the video, because sharing is caring and it's how you help people out. So there you go. Let's see here. Why is it not letting... I don't know. You know, technology can suck eggs sometimes. It really can. So that's okay. We are having patience with technology and my back. That's all we're going to do because we don't have any other choice. So it is, summer came roaring into Indiana with the wave of heat. It's like riding that surf wave of heat. And so I am grateful that you are joining us wherever you are. Going to share because sharing is caring, and we like to care for free here. We're little care bears, aren't we? Okay. I like citrus so much. Our old house in California had 18 fruit trees, and more than half of them, almost half, were citrus. So a variety of citruses that we had at our home. So you are speaking my love language when you see clothes. That's great. Hi Bonbons, nice to see ya. Thanks for joining us live. I am moving things around as we are checking it out here. So today's heat wave is brought to you by Welcome to Summer. It's here. And so we are going to create this easy and stunning vibrant card. This is going to be using, outside of the traditional suite, combining a little bit. I love bundles, and when you can purchase a Stampin Up bundle, you're already saving 10%. But right now in the month of June, you can save an additional 10% on all bundles. It's really awesome. And so I am super excited. We're going to be bringing you the Citrus Blooms bundle that you can see here, but we're also going to be incorporating one of the dies from one of the other favorite bundles that I have. So we're going to dive in right now. Let's see if I can move this to the side and knock that card over so it's hard to bend on my back. Hold on. Woo. And every time I bend, I find a little bit more trash that I can clean up, and Bonnie says, yay! Good job, Jamie. It is warm, so let's put our hair up because, if you don't know, I have our crafting studio in the attic, but our whole house is just warm because it's warm out. There you go. So we're going to dive in right now, embracing the beautiful Citrus Blooms bundle. This bundle is going to be included in our upcoming Getting Crafty Summer Retreat here at the end of the month. Make sure that you catch it online or in person. We would love to be able to get this to you, as well as 18 stunning cards that you get to create online and in person. So there you go. Pretty cool. Now let's go ahead, and you can find out all that on my blog at gettingcrafty.net. Creating a handmade card that's easy, quick, and fun, yet vibrant and fun. This is going to have your cup of tea. So let's turn around and create. So there we go. Look at my studio. Bonnie's going to laugh because she knows this is considerably cleaner. I got sidetracked in design and actually cleaning. Let's zoom in. There you go. I love a Stampin' Up glass mat. So let me just tell you that makes life easier. First of all, I love a clean surface to create with. So if you guys don't know about our glass mats, they are phenomenal, but they come with a lot of different tools. And one of their tools is their cleaning chamois. I keep it moist inside of a clear stamping case, and I go on and I can use this now for so many reasons. I have a video on my blog. It tells you the top 10 reasons that you need one of these glass mats, and they are coming your way so that you can get them as well. All right, let's dive in. So if you didn't see this beautiful card in person, we're going to be doing a little sparkly watercolor. I love citrus. What is your guys' favorite citrus that you like to eat? So at our old house in California, we had kumquats, tangerines, 4 different types of oranges. We had Meyer lemon. And so we just had a large variety of citrus. And I've grown up on citrus, but now that I live in Indiana, it doesn't grow here. It's just too cold. Hi, Anita. So will you do me a favor, Anita, and package me up? Oh, and we had pomelos too. If you guys don't know what a pomelo is, it's a form of grapefruit. So there you go. Let's plug my little phone skis in. There we go. And we're going to dive in and creating right now. Now I am hobbling around. So I appreciate your patience with me today because, is my back feeling it. Now, we're going to take this gorgeous citrus bloom set, and I love, love, love a beautiful orange. But did you know one of the best ways to watercolor is to watercolor with our Wink of Stella? It's true. I love our Wink of Stella. And we're going to be embracing one of our, I'm going to put my colors out here just so we can get ready. I'm using Daffodil Delight, Pumpkin Pie, Granny Apple Green, and Lemon Lime Twist. So there you go. And let's see if you guys can see this. I don't think you need to see it the whole time, but that's okay. We're going to be using the Daffodil Delight to actually stamp. So the great thing is when you want to watercolor and make it look a little bit more like art, what you can do is stamp in a really light color like a yellow. And we're going to do that here real quickly. Boom. And then we're going to set that aside. Now that I have a clean surface, I can do so. Yay! I love that. And then we're going to open all of our ink pads. But first, we're going to squeeze them tight. We're going to give a little hug to all of our ink pads. Just squeeze the middle. And what that does is it'll leave a little little palette. I can't even speak today, you guys. A palette of ink. So that's what it's going to do. Let's just hope that, I see it's moving. My Wi-Fi has not been restored 100%. I really wish it was. We're probably looking to switch servers at this point. We have had AT&T, but they have had consistent issues and they don't maintain very well their products here in our town. So I've been very frustrated with the journey. So there you go. We're going to also be embracing one of the newest designer series papers that I love. If you know me, I love color. Love, love, love it. I love a beautiful rainbow. I love all the visuals. And this beautiful stamp set, designer series paper is called, it's called Full of Life Designer Series Papers is 6x6, and it is packed full of vibrant, stunning designer series colors, and this makes for really easy crafting. And it's going to deliver a wow and a big impression with absolutely no work. What I do love also is it's very watercolory looking, so that's kind of where I was going with this collection. It's the Full of Life Designer Series paper. We're going to grab my Wink of Stella glimmer brush right here. And we're going to grab the lightest color first. So we're going to start with our Daffodil Delight. You kind of want to blend it out. Now, people have asked me. Yes. So Anita has a great point. Hi, Melody. I'm so glad to see you, sister. You can put them on your blocks if you don't want them, the diluted color to hit your ink pad at any time. I have a tendency to ink my ink pad enough. Also, I don't even need a clear block. You can use your clear stamping glass mat to do that very thing. It comes with a silicone sheet for mixing colors, but I actually love using a glass surface, just like Anita was talking about there. We're going to go in and we're going to just kind of highlight on the orange the different areas that we want. So citrus flowers have a tendency to be very white and fragrant. If you've not smelled a citrus flower, you're missing out, really. I would, if I ever had to get married again, I would use a beautiful citrus flower in the bouquet. It just smells divine. We were at we actually went to look at a house, a mansion, believe it or not, here in Indiana. And we became this close to purchasing it. All the controversy with the stuff that was happening in our town, praise the Lord, went in our favor. So we did not have to put our house on the market, but we were prepared to have to move. Could you imagine? You guys have been partially through this journey with me. To have to move away from my beautiful studio. No, this one had still a great studio, by the way, but nor here nor there. Okay. So what was I saying? Oh, crack. Oh, but they had jasmine, and that's another smell I miss tremendously. It's very similar to that of a citrus flower, is jasmine. So I always wonder, Anita, you might know. Thank you, Jesus. That's right, Melody. If you guys didn't know, they were contemplating, the church next door was contemplating moving in a men's convict and addict house directly next door to our house. And I have served and been part of that for most of my life in East LA, California. Our family has a church, and my ex-brother-in-law was the pastor of it, and he had a convict home. So I grew up with a convict home directly next door. And I did not want that for where I'm at. I think I escaped California for a reason. And I agree that they serve a great service, but the Lord really saved us that we did not have to move again, because I wasn't going to do it. Not with 3 teenage daughters, you guys. Just couldn't bring myself. So there's that. Now, as we're watercoloring, you're going to see I do a little bit of circling around in this, because we are working with a circle, right? Now, we're going to go in and we're going to grab the next color for that, in my opinion, which is the pumpkin pie. I really want to kind of accent the little juicy spills, and you can add some of the little polka dots back in. Anytime that you're coloring with watercolor, or even the Stampin' Blends, Stampin' Blend markers, the blender pens, you name it. What you want to do is you really want to accent what Stampin' Up's artists have already done for you to give these. I know, Anita, God bless them. And I serve our church. I work with people in those various ministries in a neighboring town. Our tiny little town was not prepared for that kind of a ministry right here. It really wasn't. And I wasn't prepared for it. I'm going to be honest with you. I know that they serve a beautiful purpose of redemption, but we can go into stats and what comes along with bringing that to your next door into a tiny little town. So I am watercoloring with our Wink of Stella. So if you don't know that you can watercolor with glitter, I'm here to show you that it's one of my favorite ways to watercolor right there. And I actually need to call Stampin' Up. I think one of my orders is kind of missing, and it had fresh aqua painters in it, water painters that I wanted to use. And so I went with my Wink, because there's nothing more vibrant and colorful than the Wink of Stella. So, but I would have purchased a mansion, you guys, that had, no joke, each bedroom had an ensuite onto it. So there was 8 bathrooms and 6 bedrooms in this place, and an office. Hello. But it was just the opposite end of the area of the community to which I'm in. So we're going to take our Wink of Stella and just kind of blend off the color right there. And I'm going to take away the Daffodil Delight. We don't need that anymore. So I have a tendency when crafting to put away what I don't need while I'm doing it. Now, Bonnie is a very good friend of mine and my assistant, and she's laughing at me right now because my studio does not look like I put anything away ever. I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm a crafter, but that's okay. When I'm working, I do like to do that. Now, we're going to go in and I'm going to zoom in. Are you guys ready? It might help you see it just a smidgy better. If you haven't already, subscribe and hit that bell. Join us as we create and connect over card making and crafting. Now, I'm going to go ahead and get the little blossom with that beautiful lemon lime twist. It's the new color from Stampin' Up. It's really a vibrant and beautiful green. And we're going to go in and we're going to highlight each section of the leaf. And when we do so, because this Wink of Stella is a glycerin-based thing. Oh, Melody, we talked about that too. We were excited. I would have had a studio that was in a, what do they call those houses? It's not a guest house. It starts with a C. It was over the garage. It was a separate little house, and it had this beautiful woodwork in it. They did have a little bit of work that needed it, so that would have been an issue my husband did not want after our beautiful house here has been nothing short of a money pit. And it still continues on. We have some construction still going to be happening here in the near future, and it's exhausting. I don't like construction. In case anybody's cottage house. Yes, that's what it was called. And it had all that beautiful like wood across it. Was like a cream plastered wall with this dark wood framing each little section, and it was hardwood floors. It was smaller than this one, but it had its own separate heating and air conditioning, and it was a cute little town, and it was just like a block away from their little downtown. So we were contemplating even opening a business up, but the Lord had better plans for us. We don't have to move. I don't want carriage house. Yes. Oh, good Lord. Look at you. Carriagian house. Is that what actually a thing is? Or are you just trying to say it and it was misprinting, Melody? Because that's so funny. But the Lord answered our prayer. I mean, goodness. I was texting my really good friends just in prayer, and they were texting back that they were standing beside me in prayer. And if you guys saw my post, I thank you if you were in prayer with us. That was a real blessing to know that we can live life together. And that's kind of why I do what I do. Did you know that? A carriage house, yes, that was the one. Not a cottage house, a carriage house. And it was a beautiful, old, well-renowned mansion, well cared for. It had a butler's kitchen and a regular kitchen. I know. I was very tempted. The girls and I were in love. And actually, I'll tell you a little secret. I'm glad I didn't have to leave the home by the water. See, that's what I was really struggling with. I love our view. God has been so good with this beautiful view. I find solace in it. I should take you guys right now to look at the view right outside of my studio windows. I was looking at it before I went to live. And I'm filling each piece in like their own little stained glass windows here, you guys. First of all, when you do that, it looks like you have watercolored it. So you'll end up blending out the lines that's there because it's lighter colored. But when you fracture out and frame each little section, first of all, very soothing. Secondly, it looks better, and it's okay to have like a slight variance, much like a stained glass. And we're creating this beautiful watercolor look. And when you are using the Stampin' Up colors, did you know Stampin' Up actually has a plan for their colors? Our color families are designed to perfectly coordinate. So this is all from the Brights color collection. And our upcoming retreat will have these beautiful collections for you to do. They'll be online and in person. So if you haven't seen information on the upcoming retreat, let me know. You will save tremendously if you want to purchase the bundles, but you can just get away with stamp sets if you need. So there is that. And then I want to make sure I capture the stems in the lemon lime twist right there. And then I want to add a little definition, a little oomph, I would say. So when we get closer, let me show you guys. Can you see how each little section really does? Is that light on? It's not. No wonder I couldn't see as well. Hold on. There you go. So each little section is highlighted, and that's really a fabulous way to really make it look like it's a leaf. Now, again, put away the lemon lime twist. It glistens beautifully, doesn't it? I love it so much, Melody. Yes. And so we're going to go back in, but we're going to go with the Granny Apple Green and just add a little bit to the top of each little section. You're adding in and you're blending away the Daffodil Delight that we stamped it in. And you're giving it a lot of fluidity and color. And I'm actually going to go on the outside of each leaf and just kind of pull it out. Our Wink of Stella is nice and pointed, so you can do that with absolutely no skill. If I can do that with my little glitter bracelets on, you can do that too. I'm honest with you guys here. I don't have any mad skills. I'm just pretty simple mom here. And we're going to go in. I have a video that will be uploaded tomorrow. I posted a card that I'm posting tomorrow. A card I created for a friend who's going through a loss. And actually they inspired this as well, my friend's wife, and she's my friend as well. She's had some major surgery, and it's been very scary. So I wanted to just send them some encouragement and love. And then they also, this week, before she went into her surgery, sadly, they lost their dog. And they have had just a really rough week. And so if you guys can do me a favor and just keep praying for people going through such seasons. We need to have hope and pray for those that are nameless. I wouldn't share their information on here for you, but they are amazing people that serve at our church and just have a heart for others, which I think is beautiful. So we're just going to go and add a little bit here of that. Now, is this too much glitter? Is that really a thing? Too much glitter? I don't know. Not for me. And then if you do add a limit, just blend it out, right? And you really want to highlight like the stem. You really want that round, puffy piece of each little leaf. I love when veins of a leaf are really deep and they're rich. And so when you go to create with them, you're like, oh, it's got personality. And we're just going to go in really quickly here. Now, this designer series, this suite comes with its own designer series paper, and I love, love, love it. Don't get me wrong. But I could not resist combining it with a different collection because I want you to realize you can do that. Yeah, you can't because it just makes it shimmer, right? Like, can you guys see that? Looky. Isn't that beautiful, Melody? Come on, girls. Do you love it? What's your favorite part of it? That's the question. I like easy watercoloring. Let me just be honest with you. I am not a complicated watercolorer. I don't have the patience or the energy for it. I've done classes and taught, but I just think it's fabulous the way it is. So I took the Citrus Blooms die that you'll see right here. And, because we're closer now, I'm going to pull back. Okay, so this die is stunning. And we're going to create this beautiful framed out color scene. Here, those colors are all mirrored exactly in the designer series paper. And it has that same watercolor look. So it ties it all together. And we're going to use the scrap to die cut this beautiful friend. Now, this friend comes from the Friends for Life dies, which I love. I love a really pretty and easy die to use. And it's beautiful. I mean, I could totally incorporate this heart or this leaf in with this collection and just really combine two bundles because why not? If you can do it, just do it. Now we're going to take I've already done the die cutting of this big, beautiful die right here. And we're just going to kind of brush it out. This is on the end of one of my take your pick tools right here. And it also has a paintbrush or a pokey brush side. So you can use the brush side like this, or you can take this out right here. Don't lose that. It's where you're going to die cut your friend out of. Or you can just come in and just kind of do a gentle pushing of it out. If you're worried about something tearing, you can get it too aggressive. I've seen people do it. I don't do it though. I just don't think you need to work that hard to remove the little hanging chads. And I use an old paper pumpkin box that has these foams in it so that it collects all of the hanging chads right here. And they're not falling out. Like they're there. And when I'm done, I can just dump the whole thing. So that's a great fix. If you have a little box, my favorite again to use is the paper pumpkin because it closes so well. Makes it easy. So there's our beautiful framed out set from the Citrus Blooms that you see right here. And we're going to grab this one here, which cuts out this orange. I have an interesting story for you. And this is that gorgeous stamp set that we're going to be using tonight. So when my daddy was dying, that sounds really exciting, doesn't it? I was 9 months pregnant. And so in charge of my daddy's care. And talk about a season. My God is so good. I'm moving my chair and my back is wacky, so hold on. I was doing jujitsu today and I took down a man. Believe it or not, I did. And I did it for like 40 minutes. And at the end of 40 minutes, apparently, just before we were about to end the practice session, I threw out my back. So there is that. And I was loving, because I've been looking for that's not the story I was going to tell you guys. I was looking for a chiropractor. My friend just flew. Hold on one second. I was looking for a chiropractor that does more sports medicine. I don't know if you can hear me. Probably not. Oi! Oi! And I've tried several chiropractors out here to no avail. They're very just crack, which is fine if that's what you want. I just happen to really like instead a sports medicine muscle manipulation. And so apparently they have that. They have a connection at my MMA mixed martial arts studio. Did I tell you guys I'm taking mixed martial arts now? I don't know if I told anybody that's on here that I'm taking mixed martial arts. Does it surprise anybody? If you know me, no. Should not surprise you. Me, I like to kick butt just a little bit. Then we're going to put this in here and we're going to die cut that word friend out that you see right there with our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. It's not hard to throw a man. You were karate for a few years? Yes, Melody, this is why we're friends. I did Taekwondo for 2.5 years with my kids. And I took a year break. And I'm really grateful for this new mixed martial arts. And I've loved the Muay Thai and kickboxing. And the jiu-jitsu was awesome. It is different. And the gentleman that I had, the gentleman that teaches it, the sensei for it, he was so kind. And he's like, you like know your stuff. And he's like, I said, but it's so different, right? And he says, it's completely different. It's not the same beast. Not at all. So don't lose your dies. And then you have your friend, but I want this really intricate piece that you see right there. And that's from our scrap. So don't be afraid to use our scraps, especially when you have a big negative center, just like this piece. Turn your negative into a positive, as they say, yeah? And I'm going to use a sticky note just to hold it where I want it. Yes, you're so cute. I love that. I was worried after taking a year-long break that I would have lost some of my form, but it's all coming back to me. It's like riding a bicycle, right? Like, it's really awesome. And I just wish when I was doing it that I didn't have my back go right in the middle of class. I was like, oh, actually it was like the last 5 minutes. So at least I got the most of it. And the gentleman was awesome. The training, he was phenomenal. Great, lots of patience, super excited. This place has a really wonderful aesthetic. They're Christian, which makes me super happy. And they're super positive there. Like, talk about a blessing. I cannot say that about my last studio. So, muscle memory. Yes, that's exactly it, Melody. I was super stoked that it, like, came into play as I was kicking booty. Putting that down. Okay, my friends. Now, we're just going to put this together. Now, I have the measurements. I don't have all the details on my blog. It should be live tonight when you guys go to check it out. We're going to take the Daffodil Delight cardstock here, and we're going to use our bone folder to give it a firm impression. Right there. Then we're going to take the, these colors are all listed inside of the designer series paper, so it makes it for easy, mindless thinking. I agree. It's what they say. The last one, he had a tendency to say things to women that were less than I thought was acceptable. And even he mocked his daughter when she was on her period once. Like, what the heck? Anyway, but God will bless them. I pray the Lord will just keep them. I keep getting stuck, and I don't know why. Maybe because it's such a warm day. I'm going to use the end of my Take Your Pick tool. This is the add-on kit that I just love so much. So when I'm using my studio, I have both Take Your Pick tools. I have the add-on kit as well as the regular Take Your Pick tool, so that I'm always using the right tools. Now, something my grandmother often said was that you have to make sure you have the right tools for what you're doing with the job. She was a nurse in Los Angeles, and so she talked about wearing proper shoes. And when I would stand all day for working multiple jobs when I was young, she was always telling me to don't go buy those Payless shoes, buy the good shoes. This dojo preaches it. It's been really a wonderful turn of events. How exciting it is to be here. There we go. Now we're going to place this down. I have to say this is a little bit snugger in our fussy in our cutting. I wanted just a little frame of the balmy blue. I did not want it to go behind the designer series paper and disappear. I just wanted a tiny little frame. When you add a frame, the difference is it gives an additional layer that you're not really needing to take away. You were already gonna put it behind, right? Super easy. Now, when you are crafting, especially on a glass plate, you have an advantage. You can actually just go ahead and use our chamois and you clean up here and then it doesn't transfer. So if you end up, I do a lot of fussy gluing and we're gonna show you that with this friend right now. I know we're running a little bit late, my friends. I want to make sure I don't lose the top of the eye. Oopsie. And that's probably it right there. Holy cannoli, people. And then we're just gonna use the tip of this here to push these out real gently. I just want to encourage my friends who are going through this season, and I thought this card would do that for me. I'm not always super great with words, but what I do to cheat is I tend to go online and look up something like, you know, a 16-year-old girl birthday, and you just look that up and look for inspirational words, and then you can find something great to say. I don't know if that's a real secret. I think that a lot of people do that. At least I know I do. But people are always like, wow, you have such great things to say. And I was like, nope, I totally stole it. So we're going to go in and we're going to grab this very fine designer series paper here. It would have been just as easy to use our adhesive sheets behind it. Another favorite way to do a fine embossing like this. And if you're purchasing the class, you're going to be receiving your die cuts with adhesives behind most of them. So get ready for that. That'll be really easy. And I recommend having your take your pick tool if you do, because then you can use it to separate, keep it separated. Now we're going to start on one end and kind of place it down. And as if we were cursiving above it, like we were writing it right there. Right there. And boom. Our multi-purpose liquid adhesive does the work for you, but don't lose right behind the word friend is that tiny little dot. Put a tiny little dot right there, just tiny. You don't even need much right there. Boop. Use your little, take your pick tool, pick it up and place it on. And there, you have a tie-dyed watercolored greeting. Yes, I agree, Melody. Sometimes you put all of your heart into the card and not necessarily into the words, though your heart is there. And I'm a words of affirmation person, but oof, if I am busy or tired or short on time, which is almost always, I can really use the assistance of having additional. Now, if you're using multi-purpose liquid adhesive, any liquid adhesive, using your embossing buddy, in case any adhesive seeped out just a little bit, that prevents the envelope from sticking to your greeting, and it makes for great embossing, just in case you were wondering. We're gonna take this here, it's a little bit thicker so you don't have to work so hard to do here. There you go. And I really wanted to tuck it into the leaves that you see here. Just kind of go down right there. And I tucked the friend in first. This gives it a little bit of an interactive vibe right through here. Then we're going to take some dimensionals. But wait, there's more. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do at the end. I wanted a little depth here. I don't necessarily need the watercolored. I'm going to guess that's the, what is that, Rich Razzleberry? Berry Burst, maybe? Here, I'm going to put this where it's up with the dimensionals. And you can even look here, it's kind of falling. You could stick another dimensional right underneath. Right there. Boom, shakalaka. And then we're going to take a little bit of multi-purpose liquid adhesive to that stem. I want that stem to go down. So I'm going to hold that, count to 10. And then I'll be done with that. Where's the lid? Oh, here it is. Let me see if I can get my laptop to turn back on. Of course, it goes off as I'm looking down for the adhesive. There you go. So here we go, my friends. We have a very simple but dynamic watercolored look with lots of sparkle and color that's so easy to do. But I want to grab our pumpkin pie really quickly. And I wanted to grab this statement that says all the love. It's from that Citrus Blooms stamp set. And I'm going to place it down and then stamp off right here. This also allows me to have less area to write, and I can write over it. And so there's a lot of little background stamps that go with this stamp set. There's lots of little flowers and these great little medallions right here. But I just want the words to say it all. All of the love with so much color and vibrancy that I hope it brings them a little bit of cheer. What do you think? What is your favorite part of this card? I would love to know. Comment and let me know right now. Thank you so much for joining me live. If you're catching the replay, just go ahead and comment and let me know what you're thinking. And I will be giving a giveaway. So I'm going to do a drawing in the next 24 hours. So if you're joining us or you're catching a replay, comment. And I'm going to put all the names, every comment that you do is going to go into a bag. And I'm going to pull a name for a winner. And I'm going to send you a gift. So get excited. I look forward to you guys coming and creating along with us. Look at that beautiful sparkly watercolor look. And it's hard to tell it was even stamped. It looks like you just all of a sudden watercolored it. I'm not that good. I'm just not. But I love the vibrancy of this. So thank you so much for joining us. If you haven't already, you should be able to see the full tutorial on my blog at gettingcrafty.net. That's gettingcrafty.net. And if you haven't already, subscribe and hit that bell and join us as we create and connect over card making and crafting. Thanks you guys for joining us. Have a great evening. God bless. Bye.